Good morning, folks. Pastor Joe asked me to tell you about my call story into ordained ministry. I guess it started about 6 years ago, probably. I was having a real difficult time with the baggage that I collected from overseas, as well as my civilian career. And it was just having a really difficult time with that, and a lot of the stuff that went with it. And I remember being in my family room late into the evening, and just having a difficult time with it. I can't remember if I was talking to God about it, or if I was just having a difficult time with it. I don't really remember that specifically. What I do remember is hearing not the audible voice of God. It wasn't anything that profound, but just getting this immediate sense of an idea that I would be going into youth ministry. It was not my idea. Never thought about it, never dreamed about it, never considered it. Was nowhere near what or what was coming from me. And I remember literally looking up at the ceiling going, "Are you crazy?" Because I knew it was from God. And I've actually found myself doing that a few times in my ministerial ordination process. So went into the back of my mind, didn't really think about it all that much. I mean, it was always there. It was kind of a nagging feeling. And then about a year later, March 30th, 2014, God took that baggage from me. God took it from me in a miraculous way. I don't have time to go into it in this, but just say that He literally took it from me, pulled it from me, and knocked me off my feet when He did it. And then I started just digging into God, reading the Bible more, learning, reading books about God, about faith, about the various, whatever I could get my hands on. And then a little while after that, again, that nagging feeling of what God had told me that evening about going into youth ministry. And it was specifically youth ministry, at least, or it was initially, right off the bat. And then sometime later, probably about a year later, maybe a little longer, I was in the sanctuary listening to Pastor Lori give one of her sermons, and one little piece of her sermon talked about maybe you're called into ordained ministry. And at that point, it was like, this, I mean, it wasn't literally, but it was like everything else muted in the sanctuary. I knew at that point that was the piece where God was talking to me, saying, "Hey, it's time to do this." And shortly thereafter, I met with Pastor Lori and started down the road. Not there yet. Still have probably 3/4, maybe half, depending on how the process goes. But that's my very brief call story. Miss y'all. Hope to see you guys very soon. Until then, please stay safe, stay healthy, and blessings to all of you.